The Monster Hunter team just released 3 brand new Wilds videos, going over the basic mechanics, diving into focus mode, and providing a great sword overview. Let's go over the first 2 and cover the weapons separately. I'm Lighted Up Dan. I love to produce content that aims to reduce the overwhelm and unknown of the Monster Hunter games. If you didn't catch the wrap up of everything Capcom's bringing to the table with Monster Hunter Wilds so far, definitely go watch that after this. Super quickly, a massive thank you to those of you who have really turned up and gotten us to around 80% of unsubscribed viewers on the channel. With the majority of you returning, if you enjoy the videos, do subscribe. I'm aiming to get that down to 50%. And with that said, let's get to it. Jumping straight into the basic mechanics overview in Monster Hunter Wilds. As all current players will know, hunters have 2 weapon states, sheathed and drawn. When your weapon is sheathed, you can move faster and use items. You cannot, however, attack. Conversely, when your weapon is drawn, your movement is limited, but your weapon can be used to attack now. You will have to sheath once more to use items. Next is to dive into what functionality the new mount, the Sacred, provides. As seen previously in the trailers, the Sacred is a creature that can be mounted, providing you with a means of travel. Not dissimilar to the Palamutes in Rise. We see the hunter whistling to summon the Sacred mount over to their location. We can assume this is a skill that you can do at any given moment. It can guide you automatically to the target monster for your current quest, a monster sat-nav. While mounted, you can recover your health via consumables, sharpen your weapon on the move using a whetstone, gather useful hunting items and materials via the gathering nodes out in the world, and uniquely to Wilds, you'll even gain the ability to switch between a primary and secondary weapon. 2 main weapons during hunts, that's sick. The Slinger has returned with some new improvements. As we've come accustomed to in the previous games, the Slinger is standard equipment for any hunter. It allows you to fire various types of ammo that you can gather in the environment. There may be environmental ammo and monster ammo like in World. Unleash your inner Scorpion and use the Hook Slinger to gather items from a distance, or to interact with the environment, like how we can unleash these falling boulders without ammo. You can even use the Hook Slinger whilst riding your Sacred to gather nearby materials. Probably handy whilst you're auto-navigating to the monster. That's the basic mechanics covered. Let's jump straight into focus mode. There's been much deliberation and speculation around this, so this will be great to go over. Focus mode allows you to carefully aim your attacks or guards. Attacks or guards you perform in focus mode will be directed where the camera is facing, sort of making it play a bit like a shooter, like Warframe. We're also seeing sword and shield gameplay here for the first time, which is sick. While hunting, attacking the same parts of a monster continuously may create wounds on that body part. Whilst these are already visible, using focus mode will highlight those wounds with a red glow. Attacks to wounds will deal more damage than normal, very similar to the tenderizing function in Monster Hunter World. Even the indicator around the damage numbers is the same, with the 4 arrows in the corners. Focus mode will also highlight any weak points that the monster has exposed. Here you can see it highlighting the tongue on the Chatacabra. A new attack straight out of focus mode that some, we're not sure if all, weapons will have is the focus strikes. Here we're seeing greatsword and AO, longsword and gun lance as well. Focus strikes are special attacks that deal extra damage to wounds and weak points. Here's the greatsword's dragging cleave focus strike. Use focus mode to zero in on a monster's weakness and deal major damage. These are going to be great ways to capitalize on high damage outside of topples. Do you have any thoughts or questions about what's been unveiled with the basic mechanics and the focus mode overviews? Let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear from you. I'll be doing roundups and overviews of all of the weapon reveals too, so stay tuned for those. As mentioned at the start, a massive thank you to all of you who have really turned up and gotten us to around 80% of unsubscribed viewers on the channel, with the majority of you returning. If you enjoy the videos, do subscribe. I'm aiming to get that down to 50%. If you're wanting to join a mature and inclusive community to come and get hyped about Monster Hunter Wilds for, and of course to group up in open sessions for all the other Monster Hunter games, come and join the Discord. I will leave the links in the description for you. Thanks for watching, and until next time, I'll see you in the new world, the old world, whatever world Wilds is in.